Good evening. Today we're returning to familiar territory on the channel with a little Rimworld, and this time things are going to get a little bit twisty. Every 15 days, the storyteller will randomly change to another one, and we've got a whole bunch of mods installed to go along with it. Just for fun, we're also playing with androids only, and every 3 days we'll be given a new pawn to torture. On the lineup for this season are of course the 3 classic Rimworld storytellers, Cassandra Classic, Phoebe Chillax, and Randy Random. Then we have a few more colourful characters who haven't really made an appearance before, and if you have any more suggestions, please leave them down in the comments and I'll probably add them to this list. Not to begin with anything too ridiculous, we have Joe Biden, who's of course going to be ensuring that there's plenty of havoc and mayhem going around. We also have the vanilla expanded storytellers, including Empress Evil, Maidon Bedevil, and Diego Dyer. And I believe there's one more of them in here. Yes, Freya Fierce. There she is. Now, we also have Gunnery Sergeant Hartman, and of course, following closely behind is this Welsh name, which I won't try and pronounce, Serena, and of course, the most powerful god of destruction, Shaggy. He's only at 2% power here, and that meme definitely isn't outdated. Now we have Ninja Blackfield. I don't really know what she does. Plenty of raids, apparently, and little time to recover. Won't be great to get her. We have the Rimsenal storytellers too, Asipta Hysteric, Sereniz Sadistic, and Hildegard Epic. And then my favorite, or should I say least favorite, Igor Invader, who is another one of the vanilla expanded storytellers who basically just continually pounds you with raids for 15 days. However, to start this off, we're going to be going with the classic Cassandra, and it's going to be on Losing is Fun difficulty. There are a few others added here, but they're not particularly consistent from my testing, so we're going to go with that. And of course, it's a playthrough, so reload anytime. We're going to generate 50% of the world. It is very unlikely that we're going to be moving. Our seed is mushroom, because why not? And let's go ahead and load up the planet. And let's say hello to our 3 victims for today. We have Gerald, Freya, and John. They are all androids, as you can see, and not particularly interesting. We have some plant skill, a bit of crafting. Gerald here is a good shot and also a decent crafter, and John here is a good builder and also a decent crafter. Yeah, you might be sensing a theme there. I really try to get those as best I could. Now, androids are a little OP. They can eat pretty much anything, although they do have to eat quite a lot if they're not eating food. You can also just plug them into electricity and charge them up with a special bed. But the biggest benefit here is that they don't need to sleep at all, and these guys don't have thoughts. They're too simple, so they don't have moods, which means that it's very easy to avoid mental breaks. In fact, it's pretty much guaranteed, so we don't have to worry about silly things like comfort and, beds. No, we are simply going to utilize this map to the best of our ability. Now, since these playthroughs are going to pretty much be 15 days per episode, I want to do 1 storyteller per episode. There's going to be a lot of editing. This first one will probably be a little longer because it includes the introduction, but yeah, they're going to be cut down. So, if you would like your name in game, you can go ahead and claim any one of these 3 androids right here. And like I said before, we're going to be getting new ones every 3 days. So if you'd like your name in game, go ahead down into the comments section and drop a suggestion. Robot-themed names would of course be ideal, but if you'd like to just name them after your own name, that's fine too, I guess. Anyway, I'm going to work out where we're going to set up and see how we can go about dealing with this ancient danger at some point. Alright, we've dug ourselves into this little corner over here, and for now that's going to have to be good enough. We're going to go around and tear apart all of these structures on the map, because there's some good resources in them, and I really don't want to have to deal with digging this up myself. My mining skill is pretty terrible across the board. Now, we do have a few of these abandoned ship chunks lying around, which I'm going to select all of and deconstruct. We'll get it all pulled in here eventually. Now we need to start thinking about this thing. Alright, so pro tip time. If you go ahead with these ancient dangers and deconstruct an internal corner like this, it'll actually reveal what's inside here without opening up yourself to danger. It doesn't work on the external corners, but it does work on the internal ones. So let's go ahead and grab John here and get him to come and pull this apart. As you can see, we're starting to build up a nice little reserve of stone. I think we're going to be able to defend ourselves. We need to be pretty quick on the setup here, because some of these storytellers are pretty painful. And yeah, there it is, the ancient danger. Okay, let's see what we get out of this. Thanks, autosave. Okay, and okay, that's... I'm glad I did the trick. Oh, God. So these mechs are coming from the Vanilla Mechs Expanded, and as you can see, they don't play around. We have an Aurora, which is like a super melee fighter, and this thing here, a Goliath, which is it's just pain incarnate, so we're not going to be dealing with that anytime soon. Although this animal pulsar would be pretty useful for Nope, we're going to play it safe. We're going to play it safe. Since this is Murder City over here, I think we're going to go ahead and set up our power down below. And for now, I'm just going to run on wind turbines. If I'd managed to settle in a temperate forest, then this probably wouldn't be a problem. We could just burn wood. But for now, this is what we're going to have to do. As for research, I've gone ahead and queued up biofuel refining because we can go ahead and grow our fuel. We don't really need to worry about food if we've got power. So I don't see any reason not to just process all of this stuff into chem fuel and burn that for like a consistent supply. Also, what's in here? Let's have a look. A whole lot of nothing. Right, with a few lights about the place, we can go ahead and put down our android beds now, which is going to make sure that we've got somewhere for our people to recharge and we shouldn't be reliant on food anymore. They take 80 watts idle and 180 when there's an android in them, just fair warning. However, because that the power isn't particularly consistent until we've got batteries, which reminds me, need to put this down, we can go ahead and leave them on eating food for now. Now, we do have the hospitality mod installed, as you can see, and there are some visitors who want to come and stay. For now, I'm going to send them away, but we're going to be taking them on soon. They're a good source of faction relations improvements, and we're going to need all the help we can get for this playthrough. Let's also go ahead and throw down our, we'll just throw it there, our research bench. I think we can go ahead and just take out all that steel. We'll live inside this mountain for a bit, probably. And I need to think about what we're going to do about the raid that's about to come in. Because, we'll get the one man with club, and then it's going to be a whole lot of men with clubs. And our first thread of the game has pitched up a mad arrow fleet, which comes from alpha animals. They're like really weak boomalopes, basically. I'm going to pull everybody back into the base. Ooh, John is kind of far away. Now, that is, of course, a risk when it comes to putting together, taking apart these buildings, rather. We run the risk of when a raid pitches up being really exposed, and these androids are not good fighters. Like, fighting this thing will lose. These beds do repair you as you rest in them, but they only repair you if they have power. So, as I'm sure you can imagine, we have a bit of a problem if we don't have power. Oh, looks like John came with a light sensor. That's going to make him a better shot. Are you any? No, never mind. Okay, completely useless. So we need to deal with this thing. And it's going to set fire to them if we just punch it to death. But we don't really have any other options, so I guess it's time to murder. Let's get in there, boys. And, that's about what we expected. Alright, for those of you wondering, let's actually make these medical, so these guys go in. I need to change this bed rest priority 1, because why not? You guys might be wondering what the mod list is for this, and I'm probably going to be asked to provide it, so I'm just going to come out and say right now, this is a complete mess of mods. Like, there is no balance to this whatsoever. And it is also almost entirely untested. So I'll upload the collection, but it's with the understanding that if it breaks your game, I don't know how to help you, because I don't know what's interacting badly. It is straight up a mess in here. Okay, now we also should probably get our doctor doctoring. Robots are a bit weird, so as you'll see, he's going to apply this medication now, but his medical skill isn't actually what's checked here, it's his construction skill. I can't remember if it's the construction or the crafting skill that affects your 10 quality with androids. It's not the medical skill that does it. In fact, we should be able to see that here, right? Android 10 quality, there we go. And it is affected by crafting. There we go. Crafting in sight, so that light sensor isn't as useful, or isn't as useless, I suppose, as we originally thought. Well, John, you can go ahead and tend to yourself, man. Yeah, why not? We have 10 more of these basic nano kits, and then we're in trouble. And there we go, we have our very first wanderer. Reese has arrived and is joining the colony. He is a T1 android. These guys are all T2s. T1s they're hot garbage, to say the least. They're much slower. I'm on 4 times speed, so it doesn't look like it now. But these dudes just, oh man, they're really, really slow. 3 cells per second by default. Freya T2 moves at 4.5, which is slightly faster than a regular human in Rimworld. As you can see, oh, he has a negotiator implant. That's good to know. Ooh, wow, look at that. Social. Reese, you're our trader, buddy. You got C-3PO over here. Now, he is a decent shot, but unfortunately, these guys they're like the Hive from Kenshi. They are ridiculously brittle. Almost no combat capability whatsoever. So unless they're in, like, full power armor, I really would hesitate to put them in the line of fire. They'll probably die. We do have a crop sprout for some reason. Psychoid just started growing over here, so I'm going to show you guys an old Rimworld trick. You grab a growing zone, throw it over where the crops have propped up. Yeah, we'll leave that one. And you just set it not to sowing. I like to choose the right plant as well, because why not? But yeah, you just say it not to sowing, and then as soon as they mature, the robots will come down and harvest them. That works with vanilla Rimworld too. Useful trick. And there it begins. Cassandra has sent us our first raid on the 5th day. Not too bad, actually. Jeff here. Oh god. Jeff, what are you wearing on your face, buddy? Why is that, a mustache? Yeah, Jeffo, you're probably not gonna like what I've got in store for you. Now, we don't actually have any weapons, so this is a bit of a problem, and all of my dudes are completely naked, but we do move faster than him, and he actually seems kind of extra slow. He's got a tribal kilt. Cloth. Thought it was Devil Strand. That's a shame. No health issues. So what speed do you move at, human? 4.6. Okay, so you are actually very slightly faster than John. So John, why the hell are you moving so much quicker than he is? What's slowing you down, bud? Oh, maybe he's preparing, so he's just walking at, like, slow speed? I'm not sure. Jeff would typically be a very good recruit. I mean, dumb labor kind of sucks, but we're going for androids only. So, you know, that's why we've got you'll see soon, guys. Like, the free androids we get are only tier 1s and T2s. In the early game, super overpowered. No doubt about it. But as things begin to heat up, you'll see, it's rarely not as OP as it seems. I've playtested this a little bit, and surviving like the second storyteller change, if it's someone harsh, is very difficult if you aren't super prepared. John, just pull back. We want to fight him all together. Everybody just come and stand over here. We're going to gang up on this dude, and hopefully he won't get too many swings in. And as you can see, Reese is just so slow. Oh man, he barely functions really. Androids do quite a bit more unarmed damage than humans, so fighting them like this isn't completely insane. In fact, in some cases, I think equipping clubs and stuff might actually lower their DPS. Oh geez, Freya took a hard one to the left, and she's already lost a pinky. As you can see, only 16 health on the hand. Let's see, his ring finger has 8 health, so yeah, they're a lot more fragile than baseline humans, which is sort of what we have to go off for the most part. Let's strip this dude, because these things don't care about wearing tainted or damaged apparel at all. And I think this hatchet actually has a work speed bonus for plant cutting. So Freya, for your injuries, you go ahead and you can have the simple hatchet there. We do have the simple sidearms mod installed, so we've got a bit of extra work. Now here's another question. Will they mind if we butcher human likes? I think there's only one way to find out, and Jeff, I'm really sorry that this is what it's come to. But we're gonna go ahead and turn that on and see what happens. Okay, there we go. He's been picked up, and now comes the moment of truth. Is this going to completely screw me over? Well, he's eating it without any complaint, and no, none of them seem to care. I guess they can't conceive of morality. So I guess we'll just pretend we can't either. Oh damn it, all the meat's rotting. I need to set up a freezer. Despite my previous claims that we're not going to be using the food, I think for the early game it makes more sense. I just want to make sure, because yeah, as you can see, power brownouts are just, power is not consistent enough for us yet. So I think what I'm going to do is figure out a way to turn these on and off. And again, here's a little Rimworld trick for you. You can throw down a single conduit there, and then just get these guys to reconnect to it. And now, boom, these are now going to be perpetually off until we want to turn one on. We just snap it back to the wall. Okay, that's that. We got a lot of idle people, so maybe it's time to put some crops in the ground. Okay, nothing fancy at all here. We're going to throw in some cotton and throw in some rice. Now, the vanilla plants expanded or vegetables expanded actually allows you to grow chem root, which just gives you chem fuel, but you need to do it in fertile soil, which, as you can see, is in slightly limited supply. There's a fat stack of it over here, ooh, and some free leather, but not exactly enough within range of our base to sort of go for it. I suppose we could throw some in here. There's no harm in it. Let's we'll see if it lasts, because I'm pretty sure if that gets punched, it's going to explode. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll put a wall around it. Who knows? I'm also a big dummy. We do have access to microelectronics. So we have access to the comms console, and I haven't been building anything to do with it. So let's go ahead and throw one here in this corner, and as well as a trade beacon. Maybe we can just buy some guns. We have so much steel. That's worth a good amount of silver on its own. actually, let me go ahead and... Oh, here we go. Our chem fuel's in, and as you can see, I put a wall around it, just in case. And indeed, there we go. Our chem root is in the ground. What is the life? 25 days. Okay, okay, gonna be a little while. And we have some ambrosia. That's free money, so let's do the old grow zone trick again. Slap that down, and don't allow sowing. Wonderful. And just to make sure our home zone is clean... yeah, okay, I made it just over here. Well, you know what, let's go ahead and include that too. Why not? Alright, we got our first quest, which is to help out the Empire, the Solitary Duke here. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not particularly interested in... or actually, hold on. I mean, we're gonna have enough enemies as it is. 2 days. Still got 7 days left on the episode, so I can't ask you guys for an idea here. I don't think the androids are capable, these T1s and T2s, I don't think they're capable of psychic powers. So, there's not much point in taking the honor, but it is a good way to get started with the Empire, to sort of build relations with them. I guess we can give it to Reese. That would be quite the story arc, wouldn't it? This T1 android becoming a Stellarch. So sure, why not? Let's go ahead and accept it for the memes. Reese, there you go, buddy. You can have it. And we have Himerius, who is our infantryman. He is being attacked by a swarmling. What the hell is a swarmling? A human space colonization, blah, 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 blah. Oh man, look at this thing. It's Zerg. It's the Zerg. That's what this is. It's a Zergling. Okay, good to know. Is anyone out in the field? Just Himerius here, who is not armed, and does have a bunch of very useful psychosts, which any of them we could actually use here. Nah, not really. Vertigo Pulse is kind of useful, but it's mostly only for fleshy things, so... Well, actually, I suppose that would affect this thing, right? Yeah, it would. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just punch it. You know, classics. Reese has seemingly decided to arm himself with a piece of wood, so we're gonna let that happen. And just come in here and beat this thing up. Oh, John, took a hard one there, man. Oh, that's it? Oof. You got 2 shots in with 1 swipe. That's not bad. But yeah, that thing's rotting, and we've just kind of been dumping all of our problems down here. Just don't look at it too much. Humerius here is kind of useless. Normally, if they've got intellectual, I keep them around for a bit, but he doesn't. So let's go ahead and load him up. Just send him on his way. Cheers, mate. You can go ahead and do your thing. And let's see here now. We have freeholder title gain for Reese. But I don't know if he can actually get the... Let's see. Yeah, see, he can't take on Psychosts. If he could, the quest to have his bestowing ceremony would have popped up, which it hasn't. So Reese is currently just a recognized member of the... I think he's a citizen now, isn't he? Is he up to yeoman? No, he's just a freeholder. Yeah, so he... Is that correct? 7 total, and he has 7 total. What's the problem? What's the problem? Anyway, he can't be a yeoman. He can't be a yeoman because he can't take on psychic powers. All right. Well, I mean, that's just kind of what it is. I really want to deal with this before the next raid. Or maybe we could use it to fight the next raid, but the next raid's going to have to be pretty tough to take this thing out. We could just kind of keep it as a loaded cannon, you know, for when we do get attacked. Just got to make sure they come in from this side. You know what, to that effect, let's go ahead and wall ourselves in. Okay, and we're going to take on our first visitors. We don't really have anywhere to put them, so we're going to have to quickly throw something together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and they're from the Red Bramble Settlement, which currently, do they hate me or not? They are completely neutral. Okay, so it would be good to improve relations. We do actually have, I see, +9 with the civil androids. Be also very nice to get them up. Matthew has joined us. Excellent. Another T1. That's a bit of a shame. And a wild woman's come in. Matthew's a good builder. That is nice. That is very nice. Oh, I need to keep up with this with the assignment here. Let's go ahead and get Matthew on there. As you can see, our job assignment slightly falling behind. In fact, let's go ahead and make sure Reese is the only one negotiating with anybody. Oh, you do have a bit of animal skill 5. Is that enough to get another giraffe? Oh, I hope it is. Oh no, just shy. I wonder if we could train that up a bit. I really want another giraffe. If you guys watch the Stellar Safari series, you probably miss Melman as much as I do. Okay, so now we've got a bit of a problem where our robots are sort of running back and forth and eating our rice, as you can see. They're eating the plants whole, and these plants themselves give very little nutrition. I think grass gives more than that. I'm actually not sure. Go eat the tree. Go eat the cactus, man. It's because we don't actually have anything harvested, and for whatever reason, they're not taking the meals from here. I don't understand why. Is it perhaps a meals restriction? Let's have a look. Food restriction lavish. Yeah, that should include, I believe, that should include, yeah, all meals, including gross paste meals. Nutrient paste meal. Yes, it's included. So I'm not sure why they aren't pulling from this thing. Maybe androids can't use it. That would be a bit annoying. So with the hospitality mod, guests are also a source of income. We can charge them for beds, so we could make them pay $10. Unfortunately, the ones who don't have money will not be given preference to free beds, which means, rather frustratingly, that sometimes they just sort of don't get beds. Aral here has already claimed this one. I've moved one of my pods to be for the guests, because why not? And we can go ahead and assign this. For now, we'll let these guys stay for free, but next time everybody's paying $10 or nothing. A local giraffe has gone mad. Well, that's, I mean, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and set up a few zones here. Also, because they're androids and they don't need to sleep, we can clear their schedules, which is nice. Everybody's stuck inside the home base now. And, yep, that's what I wanted to see. They loved their stay. We got given a green tea, some wolf skin. Nice, we can finally make some pants. And the settlers are fleeing. Oh no. The giraffe here is going to take out Lindsay, I think. Oh man. Oh, they straight up just killed Lutz. Okay, well we can rescue them to get a bit of this is good for us. We can rescue them to get a little bit of renown. Rescue Robbins. There we go. Let's go out there. Gerald, just go quickly while Lindsay's keeping that thing busy. Robbins, how long have you got? We can't just strip her. As much as I'd like to, we can't. We can strip this dude, though, once they've left the map. All of them. Because his kit is going to be worth quite a bit on us, and our robots don't care if it's tainted. Which reminds me, I need to change it. I usually have anything here set to not allow tainted apparel. We're going to switch that off. Okay. Lindsay's hurt, but she's not going down. The giraffe is, in fact, dead, which is really good for us. And we can go free again. So now I'm interested to see how these mods interact. Let's see if Freya, if she drinks this green tea, if she gets a mood buff from it, because she really shouldn't, right? Like, again, she technically is incapable of thought, so, you know, these buffs here are kind of just, why not? You know, I think it's because the game's hard-coded with them. Oh, okay, well, she did indeed have a cuppa, and she's drank some tea, which means she gains immunity faster and loses tiredness. Well, neither of those things affect us, so there's not much point in using that. We do, however, have a glorious, glorious shotgun now. Oh, and we butchered that person while their friend is chilling right here. Oh, and another shotgun, and Lindsay died. Right, okay, well, it's not really my fault that Lindsay died, and we are now on -14 with these people. That's not great. I mean, you'd think that me butchering their friend would be a problem. I guess let's bring in the next group. Sure, why not? Okay, so the Red Bramble Association is real pissed with us. That's not great. That's not great at all. Rice, who are you with? You're with the Grand Federation? That's the androids. We really want to make sure that they don't hate us. Okay, our best shots again here are Gerald. So Gerald can go ahead and pick up that gun. And Reese. But Reese isn't much of a fighter, so I'm going to instead give it to Freya. With a name like that, how could we not? And we can actually technically trade with these people. My android should put on this stuff. I don't think that they will refuse to wear tainted clothing. I'm not sure, though. Yeah, like Matthew here is wearing... I believe that's tainted, right? No, it's just a perfectly fine camel hide tunic. We must have been gifted it. Nice. Rice here, yeah, you've got some stuff. We're not going to strip Robbins because that's going to piss them off even more. She needs to leave as healthy as possible. In fact, actually, let's go ahead and give her a light so that she has a good time here with us. We can also get a bit of silver off them because why not? Oh, and a hunting rifle. I think we're definitely going to take that for 30... Oh, wait, no. That's selling a hunting rifle. Where the hell did we get a hunting rifle? We will sell them their tea they gave us back, though, because why not? How much can we get for that? 32? I'll take it. Well, I'm fine with giving Reese here this hunting rifle if it means... I mean, because he's going to be at range, right? So there's not too much of a problem. We're 3 days away from the end of this quadrant, and then we're going to see what our next storyteller is. We've been quite lucky, I must say. but it is time indeed to start thinking about defenses. So let's go ahead, we've got a lot of limestone, and plan out something stupid. Alright, we had a bit of granite lying around, so I've decided to throw down some embrasures. And then we're basically going to do something of an experimental killbox here. I'm genuinely not sure if this is actually going to work. The idea is, the enemy's going to come in down here, right? Snake up through this this corridor here, and all the while, we're going to be standing down here shooting at them. Now, normally, in this game, if you do something like this, in fact, actually, let's go ahead and make this even more ridiculous. If you do something like this, the enemy will just stand here and shoot at you. However, if you put something on the floor that pawns can't stand on, right? And there's only a very few things in the game that is the case for. For example, if I were to get Matthew and get him to come here, he can't stand on these beds, okay? Or on these things, but beds are expensive. What isn't expensive are these security things here. Now, again, we do still have a bunch of slate, and it's not really useful for much other than looks. So let's throw down a single slate barricade here, and I'm really interested to see if they can stand on this. Because I know they can't stand on sandbags unless they're moving over them. Like, you can't tell them to stand there. And as if by poetry, the second raid comes and it's already getting bigger. Okay, John and Matthew here are actually going to stand outside. These guys don't have... who are they fighting? Oh no! Rice, don't die! Oh, buddy, god damn it. Man, visitors are... we need to build them like a tunnel to the edge of the map. Shit. We are very quickly losing friends here. Okay, they don't hate us. And these guys are still neutral, so we're still good for now, but any more of this nonsense and we're in trouble. Although those feral pistols are a nice gain. And a bit of silver. Yeah. I suppose we could actually technically try and revive him. I don't know if that would count as him leaving the map healthy or not, though. Okay, let's deal with this. Matthew, you're definitely not going to be coming in first, so let's fight them in the doorway. Both of you pull back. Baiting successful. Okay, the tomahawk dude's going to be a problem, so let's pull the shotguns forward. And Reese, you pull back. Yeah, John took one to the face. Matthew, I'm actually going to... okay, it's fine. It is what it is. Engelbertson is down already with his kite and sykes. That is good. That is very good. Those guys are down. How much have we lost? Okay, no limbs off yet. Oh, Jesus, John, pull back. One shot to the head and you're done, buddy. Yeah, you're okay for now. Matthew... oh, okay. Whew. We made it. We made it. Let's work out what we're going to do with these dudes' weapons. Okay, now we have to decide what we're going to do with Engelbertson. He's actually a decent pawn. So I think for now we're going to repurpose our room down here. Although Robbins is kind of in there. You know what? We can just do a quick cheeky one over here. We'll throw a sleeping spot on the floor and a steel door and make this into a prisoner room for the moment. And we'll just relocate our hospital. Let's just throw these right outside here. And unfortunately we were just too slow. We lost him. And yeah, that is turned into a prison room though regardless. We might just keep that as it is. In fact, let's go ahead and give them another incredibly uncomfortable slate bed to live on. And that'll be our little prison cell. Okay, we have a bit of a problem here. John is actually losing coolant very quickly. And he didn't tend to himself for whatever reason. So I'm going to grab Reese, who is our next best doctor, and get him to work on the guy. I don't know why he didn't tend. He was set up to do so. I think it's because I set him down to sleep. Okay, it looks like I was mistaken. The modded clothing does in fact give a tainted debuff to the androids. I'm not sure if the non-modded clothing does, though. We need to find someone who's wearing something from the vanilla game. This flak jacket. Yes, it does. It does indeed. Okay, so the tainted thing I was mistaken about. That might have been a previous version of the mod, because I remember that being a thing. Also, we pulled up a bunch of rice, and they're not using this nutrient paste dispenser, which is very frustrating. I really thought they would. So I guess instead we're just going to have to get them to cook it up. Or maybe it's time just to switch over to batteries completely. We're very close to biofuel refining. Like one more tick and we've got it. Anyway, here's our security thing. And as you can see, I can order Freya to stand all around it, but I can't get her to stand on it. So that is going to work as our buffer here. We're going to throw this, essentially, the entire way along here. The idea being that as enemies enter, and we'll do one... how are we going to do this? We'll do it like this, and then one of those. Let's make this just even more ridiculous. Okay, so if they want to get into the maze, they have to come in from over here, and anyway, I suppose we can tidy this up a bit more then. And then they have to sort of wander on down, and we'll be able to shoot at them the second they enter these positions. Now, what will happen is that they will get cover from standing on these things, so it isn't perfect. They'll get 50% cover, I think. Visitors? Not right now. And that will eventually result in us shooting these things and breaking them, and they'll be able to stand there. It's not perfect. This is a stopgap. And, of course, we have another raid already. Thanks, Cassandra. Ooh, free giraffe. Okay, what are we dealing with here? How many are there? Okay, that's it. That's not much at all. Another chitin sword. Okay, so just a bit of materials delivery. Appreciate it. I'm going to ask everybody to pull back in. And as you can see, again, we don't have any permanent damage to our guys, which is great. Yep, the difficulty's certainly picking up now. I just realized that since the enemy is going to be coming in through here anyway, and we can't shoot at them while they are, we might as well throw down a few spike traps. And this double wall here should mean that they won't prioritize coming through here, because I'll technically have to go through 3 doors before they can enter the base. And the pathfinding should just see that this route here, beep, 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 is the path of least resistance. The enemy tends to avoid doors. Okay, these guys are just going to chill down here for a bit, so let's have a look at our biofuel refining. It's getting a bit cramped in here, so I think we need to go ahead and make ourselves a little bit more space. I'm going to carve out all of this garbage here, and I think we can actually just go ahead and add that to our home zone right away. Yeah, they should get started on that then, because this, for whatever reason, isn't considered part of it. Let's go ahead and fix that. Okay, the Nord's people are on their way, and it is indeed time to fight the good fight. Now, hopefully Robbins leaves after they've been killed. She's still got a little ways to go on her injuries, so we should be okay. But she's invariably going to end up going out through here. And oh, we didn't get the feral pistol. Damn it, I completely forgot this man was here. Sorry, Rice. Here's hoping this works out. Let's go ahead and throw you guys over there, as we hoped. Matthew, do you have... Yes, you do indeed actually have a throwing weapon, so equip it. John, you're going to stand by this door. Right now, we are technically safe. Let's see how quickly they path towards us, though. This could go badly. Okay, they're just going to beat up on our walls. That's no... Actually, we can fix that. John, come stand outside. They'll prioritize coming to attack him. Yep, as you can see. Haha. The in-depth knowledge of the experienced player. And or person with no life. Come on, get him, get him. Nice. Nice, and that is all done at the end of the 14th day. Wow, just as the storyteller's about to switch. Havardson, are you worth saving? Hell yeah, I think we can make good work with you. Let's go ahead and pick him up. Okay, and with that, there we go. Unfortunately, as expected, the storyteller has changed, and we've gotten ourselves a new person. Let's have a look at Sam. He is indeed useless. Okay, great. I suppose we could start churning out a bit of art with him, but not being able to fight isn't great. He can haul. Sure. Sammy the hauler, why not? Any health problems? Nah, not really. Very boring, Sam. So, yeah. We now have Cyrene's sadistic, so let's go ahead and just check that has indeed happened. Storyteller settings, yes, we have Cyrene's. So let's have a look at her. She's a former Federation Peacekeeper Corps commander and a mouthful of painful stories to her former job's nature. Okay, in her stories, characters usually face their doom after writhing in the agony of endless pain. Wonderful. She loves these kind of stories, and she will generate lots of small, annoying incidents, but fewer raids. Okay, that's good. That, oh, I didn't want to reset the learning helper. God damn it. This is all going to be here now. Okay. But that means that we should have a bit of breathing room to finish off our kill path. I don't know what we're going to call this. The kill maze? Sure. And, yeah, and refine the idea a bit. We're finally, inexplicably, pulling out nutrient paste meals, which I'm actually going to do this with. Off camera, I'm going to cheese it. If you draft them, you can get them to drop them, and then they'll just sort of keep them that way. Yeah, so basically what you do is you wait for them to stand over this spot, and then you kind of just pause the game and spam draft, and they'll repeatedly pick up and drop the nutrient paste meal. Now, it's very important you forbid the one on the ground, and they'll kind of just keep piling them on. So there we go. Now we've converted all of our rice into far more efficient, disgusting nutrient paste. So we can go ahead and unforbid that, and then just haul that into the storage space. Alright guys, but that is all we have time for today. I hope you've enjoyed watching. I'm really enjoying this series so far, and remember, all of these androids are up for grabs. It's 6 names we can throw into the game at the beginning of the next episode. It's been wonderful seeing you, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.